Alright, hey Virgo, I'm going to roll the dice, same as last week. Even number will be the Awakening deck, and odd number will be the Mermaid deck. We're going to go with, let's see, Virgo, we're going to go with the blue dice. So the number is 4. So therefore, we're going to go with the Awakening deck. Alright, Virgo, we'll see what's up for you this week. Virgo, if this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, you can book a personal reading at herbalempressnee.com. It is on the main homepage where it says services. If you have any questions or issues booking a reading, please DM me or feel free to send a message via contact on the website. If you are on TikTok, please join me at 10 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll do a quick reading, and I do discounted readings for those of you that are comfortable getting a reading on live. And if you don't want to get a reading on live, that's fine. You can just come back and come through and chat with me. Doesn't matter, right? Just come by and say hi. All right, Virgo. All right. Oh, okay. Cards are fine. Okay, Virgo. Here is your messages. So I'm going to show you your cards. If I can do it without putting my finger there. Here are your cards. Alright. Alright, Virgo. Hello, Virgo. How are you? Alright, here we go. Here are your messages for the week. So you may have been in hermit mode lately, meaning you've been more introverted, you've been staying to yourself, spending time alone, doing some soul searching, right? Very much doing some soul searching. Looking at things from a higher and different perspective, and just kind of, or just wanting to really just be alone, to take everything in, to deal with some things that you're working through. But now it's like you're ready to take action. Like that hermit mode where you had the chance to go inside of yourself, ask yourself questions. What should I do about this? How do I feel about this? What can I change about this? I don't like the way I do this. What are better processes? All that calculation that's been in your head while you're in hermit mode. Like now you're ready to take that and take action within that, right? You are somewhat in your head and like anxious, right? You like you have anxiety, or you feel Like you got mental chaos going on because it's like one part of your brain is, it's like the typical like old TV show where the person was trying to make the decision and they have the devil on one side and the angel on the other side. And it's like your brain is doing that now. Like, oh, I tend to overthink. I don't want to overthink anymore. Well, how do I stop overthinking? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you should overthink, or I shouldn't overthink. But when I overthink, this happens. Well, if you don't overthink, you just let the universe take control. Like, your brain is like in mental chaos because this soul searching that you did, or this time that you spent being introverted, has really, like I said, taught you to look at things from a higher perspective. And so, since you're looking at things from a higher perspective, it's like, I want to take action on these things. But your brain is still like, wait, did we decide what direction we're going in? Right? Right? It's like, yesterday we decided that we're not going to eat beef anymore, right? And it's just like, I decided beef wasn't healthy for me. Every time I eat beef, I get sick. So I'm going to try this new diet. I decided yesterday I'm not going to eat beef, but then you find yourself eating a hamburger today or a steak today, right? So your brain is like, I thought you weren't going to eat beef. Well, I'm used to eating it. So it's like like even though things are changing for you and you're making decisions to change, it's not going to happen overnight. And so you're going through like almost like a mental chaos within yourself as you're changing and evolving, right? You're healing. So that's just part of healing, right? So don't be upset with yourself. This is just part of the journey. It's part of the journey. Don't go back into overthinking mode. The whole point of this introspection and this going with inside of yourself was to keep yourself from overthinking and just live in the moment, be in the moment, enjoy the moment, enjoy the experiences. Don't overthink, don't overanalyze, just be, right? And so you got that concept of, I just need to be. But now, because you just decided that you're just going to be, like, your brain is still like, but wait, what? How are we just going to change overnight, right? So it's like you're going from, I want to be healthy. Well, I don't feel like exercising today. I can get it. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like your brain is battling. So you're going through mental chaos, but it's part of healing, because this is like part of the part of the healing that helps you to train your brain in the direction that you want to go into. Like, it's not going to, again, happen overnight, right? Um I'm not going to say a particular sport because I don't want to get into the details and it's not important, but it's just like practicing for any game, right? Um, I'm going to say a particular sport. I didn't want to. If you play soccer, or you want to play soccer, or you want to be a championship soccer player, right? You're not going to go out on the field your first game without ever practicing, without ever kicking the ball, without holding the soccer ball and expect to win, right? If you play football, you're not going to kick a field goal the first time you kick a football. You could, but I mean, most likely you're not. Like, it takes time to train your brain and angles and all that other thing that you need to do in order to train yourself to be able to kick a field goal, right? It takes that. There might be somebody that can just kick it in and go in, but what's the odds of that happening, right? Most people that are good at this train their brain. If you're a bodybuilder, you don't just go in with no muscles picking up things that are 400 or 500 pounds. You train up to that until you can get to the 400 and 500 pounds, right? It's no different with healing. You can't go into healing expecting you to be healed the next day, right? Like, you can't go into healing and say, you know what? I shouldn't tell people to shut the F up all the time. That is very rude of me. I shouldn't do it. I don't want people to say that to me. I'm going to stop saying it. And then tomorrow, someone says something to you, and you're just like, shut the F up. But you catch yourself. And you might apologize. Or you might say, I didn't mean it in that kind of way. I just, like sometimes you'd be like, oh my gosh, like, right? Because you could say it in a surprise mode, right? So instead of having to constantly explain how you meant it or that you're rude, it was a moment that happened for you to now train your brain like, oh, I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this. And I said it. So now how can I not slip up and say this again? Until you continue to catch yourself, until you stop saying it, right? So it's like, it's the same thing with whatever it is that's going on with you. It's like you're in a mental chaos because you're just like, I just went through this whole period of time where I isolated myself, where I've meditated, where I've thought about things, where I've decided on this, I've decided on that, and now I'm ready to put this in progress, but I keep messing up. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to eat this. I'm not supposed to say this. I'm supposed to meditate today. I didn't meditate today. I'm supposed to meditate for 10 minutes and I only meditated for 5. Like, you're going too much in that mental chaos, and you're not understanding that this process is just part of the healing. It's just part of the healing. Like, this is a normal thing. You got to train your body. You got to train your brain in order to get to the new being that you choose to be. It doesn't happen overnight. Some things can happen overnight. Some things it takes a while, especially if it's a mental thing. Right? Especially, like, again, like, say, if, like, even if you don't mean it in a rude way, right? At all. Like, some people, if somebody tells you some good news, instead of you saying, oh my gosh, I'm so happy, like, your response might be like, shut the F up. Are you serious? Right? So, even though it's not a bad thing in the way you say it, you just choose that that's not the way you would like to answer people, right? And if you're so used to saying it and people are sharing news with you and you're excited, it's just going to come out, right? So you can't beat yourself up about that, and you shouldn't put yourself in mental chaos, because the healing is a process. It's a process, regardless of what direction, or if you're going all in, or you want to start off this, or whatever. It's still a process. So don't put yourself in mental chaos and be stuck in like a mental chaos to where you're not realizing this is just part of the journey, right? This is part of the journey. If you had surgery on your whatever, your leg, your arm, your foot, whatever you have surgery on, right? You're going to need to go see a physical therapist at some point to help you move this leg. If you don't do the exercises, don't go to the physical therapist, what's going to happen? I'm pretty sure your leg or arm or whatever will heal, but will it heal properly? Right? Like, the point of it is, if you're truly wanting to heal and heal it in the right direction, you first need to find out what you need to do in order to heal it, and then put that into practice. So if you broke your leg, you might be able to get up and walk, a couple feet or a couple steps one day, and the next day you're walking 10 steps, and the next day you're walking 20, right? Until you get to the point where you're training your leg and you're like to be better, to work better than it did before it was broken, right? But it's a process. It's not, you're going to break your leg, they put a cast on it, and the cast heals it in one day. It's no different with healing your traumas, and it's no different with healing your emotions. So again, the whole message is for you not to get caught up in the process of healing. Just heal. Don't be stuck in what you didn't do, how you didn't do. Just be congratulatory. Is that a word? Just congratulate yourself on the steps that you're moving forward, like the steps that you're taking to move forward. Don't think about all the things you're doing wrong, right? So instead of saying, I said this today, I ate this today, I did this today, I shouldn't have told this person that, I should have handled this in a better way. Not to go over your faults, but take the day as, I made progress. I didn't eat this today. I made progress. I didn't, call this person that I feel like I'm codependent on. Go and, like, you know what I mean? Just make time to reflect on the things that you did do to progress and go forward, and not what you didn't do. Right? Because there's something that's coming in fast for you. Like I said, because it's like once you go into this hermit mode, once you go into that alone time, like you come out wanting to just take action. And something might be happening very fast for you as far as some type of change. It could involve social media. It could be that because you've made this change, that this social media platform that you have will change, transform in a way. It could be that you're connecting with people on a deeper level or a different way on social media. You might just be sharing your healing journey on social media. But something about you healing and social media is like combined, right? So, and it's going to happen fast. So, like, for example, you could get on social media and be like, man, I've been gone for 2 weeks, and in these 2 weeks I was healing, and in these 2 weeks while I was healing, I learned A, B, and C. And just by saying that, you got people coming in and talking to you like, I healed too, I went through that, this is what I stopped doing. Oh wow, you stopped that, I stopped that too. And now you have a whole conversation going, right? So it's almost like you building something quick based on you deciding to heal and not be in your head while you're healing. Because, yeah, things are transforming for you. So it also could be some type of ending on social media. It could be friends on social media. It could be a new beginning to where you're just really focused on walking away from what no longer serves you. And again, some of that is friends on social media. You're walking away because you're transforming, and you're more focused on you, and you'd rather concentrate on this soulmate connection, to where there's someone that reciprocates the energy that you give and reciprocates the love that you give off, versus spending time with anyone who doesn't. And that may include, again, some friends that you have on social media, or even some friends that you have that you might cut off on social media because you don't want them in your business, you want to kind of go through this journey alone, especially like if it's something like, if you're going through a weight loss journey and you know that these people, even though you've known them since high school or middle school, right, or whatever, right, they're your cousins, whoever, you know these people are going to drag you or tease you while you're going on this journey. Every picture you post every week of how much weight you've lost or your accomplishments, and they're going to have something smart to say. Like, you're to the point where like you're transforming, and that's what you're focused on, and you might cut these people off. You're no longer wanting to commit to things that don't commit to you in any capacity. So that's family, friends, lovers, whatever. You're no longer committing to people that don't commit to you. You're walking away from everything that's non-committal in your life and walking towards happier relationships, soulmate connections, actual bonds and connections. Because you're finding a true love within yourself. And you're ready to get out of this toxic BS that you've been in. You're ready. You're in a place where, if you're not in this place, probably by the end of this week, you will be in this place where you're just so happy and in love with yourself. Like, nothing can bother you. Like, if you see this lady, she's just chilling, she's sipping her tea, and she's just, everything is wonderful, like, kind of mode, right? There's nothing wrong. Everything is wonderful. It's cool. There's no need to worry. Like, you have a self-confidence and a self-love within you more now that you're focused on what does serve you, what and who does love you, and not on who doesn't, or who's going to tease you, or who's going to praise you, right? So like, this whole mindset is pushing you towards more positive relationships, and most importantly, a positive relationship with yourself, which is the most important. Because you're really done with this toxic. You're done with the toxic, you're done with the karmic situations, you're done with the addictions, you're just done. You've had enough. You've hit a breaking point. You're tired of that stagnant energy, because you're realizing all that toxic energy and all that is just stagnant energy, and you're no longer wanting to move that way. So, good job, Virgo. Looks like you have really done some work on yourself. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Pentacles. So you might have some new opportunities coming in when you kind of clear out all of this toxicity. You might have some new adventures you want to go on when you clear up this new toxicity. You might start a new hobby, right? So, good job, Virgo. Good job, Virgo. This is a really positive message for you. So, continue to do the good work. Continue to pour into yourself. Continue to heal. And don't get in your head while you're healing. Just know it's part of the process. Don't get upset with yourself. You know, it's like you can't break your leg and then get mad because you can't walk. Like, you just figure it out. Figure out how to walk on the crutches. Figure out what you need to do to get the cast off, right? It's a process. It's not going to come off overnight. You know that. So don't overthink it. Don't overthink this. You got this, Virgo. You got this. Have a good week. We'll talk to you next week.